Hi friends, welcome to practice. So we're going to take the next 10 minutes to wake up the body. We'll do some joint mobilization. We'll wake up all the major muscle groups in the body and hopefully leave you feeling a little more centered and prepared for the rest of your day. So we're going to get started standing. You can stand anywhere on your mat with your feet about hip bone apart and parallel. And then just to start, you can rest your arms down by your sides if you'd like, or you can bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. We'll start with our eyes closed or the gaze soft, whatever feels best. Invite a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Take a clearing breath out of the mouth. And then do that one more time. Invite a slow, full breath in through the nose. Empty the breath out of the mouth. And then begin to take a few rounds of breath here in and out of the nose if possible. And just start to feel the connection of your feet on the ground, all four corners of your feet rooting down. You might feel the inner arches lift, waking up the feet a little bit. Feel the shoulders relax, the muscles in the face soften. And then bring your palms together in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. And if you would like to set an intention for this morning's practice, do so now. And I like to think of how I'd like to feel after this practice, which might be more grounded, less anxious, feeling safe, feeling at ease in my body. And then allow your eyes to softly flutter open. Now interlace your fingers, bring your forearms and elbows together and start to roll out your wrists, making nice fluid motions. You can go however fast or slow that you'd like. One or two more breaths like this. And then pause at center. And now you'll switch the interlace and then try to go the other direction, which if you're practicing this early in the morning might feel very awkward. It might be the hardest thing you've done all morning. You decide how fast to go. Another breath. And then release, bring your hands to your hips. Now find a slight lift in the pubic bone just so you're not flaring out the front ribs. Feel that your rib cage is stacked over your hips. Your chest is over the ribs, and we're going to try to keep that as we wake up the toes, the ankles, the feet. As you inhale, lift your heels. You decide how high, and then exhale, lower. And feel free to do this at a wall with one hand at the wall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going a few more times on your own. And so think about that stacking of the body. The rib cage over the hips, so your ribs are not flaring out, not going into a back bend. Sometimes we kind of lean forward or lean back. Can you keep that stacking? I like to lift my toes when my heels lower. Let's do one or two more. Reach the crown of your head up. And then release. Stand with your feet about hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And exhale, arms by your sides. Let's take some sun breath. So try to do this with your breath. Inhale, the arms raise. As soon as your arms lower, exhale. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Palms face each other. Exhale, lower, arms by your sides. Inhale, reach out and up. As you raise your arms, soften your front ribs and exhale, lower. One more time, inhale, reach out and up and hold. Now grab onto your left wrist with your right hand. Take a little bend in your knees and then take a side bend up and over to the right. And I like to keep my right knee bent, but now notice how it feels to straighten your left leg. And then let's add a little rotation. Turn your chest down towards the floor. Open it up towards the ceiling. And do that just a couple more times. So bringing some mobility into the upper back. One more breath. And then come through center. Grab onto the right wrist. Take a little bend in your knees. Inhale, reach up and over to the left. And then maybe start to straighten that right leg and keep a little bend in the left knee. Little rotation. Turn your chest down towards the floor. Open it back up towards the ceiling. A couple more times. Your gaze might follow as you open the chest. Maybe you look up a little bit. Maybe you look down to the floor as you rotate down. Let's do that one more time. And then inhale, come to center, reach both arms up. And exhale, arms by your sides. Stand to face the top of your mat with your feet about hip width apart. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, fold, little bend in the knees, hinge at the hips. Lengthen your spine, hands to shins, reach the chest forward, slide the shoulders back. Bend your knees, plant your hands on the mat, step your left leg back. Gently drop your back knee to the mat. Use any extra padding for the back knee or fold up your mat. Front knee over the ankle. Inhale, reach your arms up, low lunge. Stay as you exhale, move your front ribs down and in towards the frontal hip bones. As you bend into this front leg a little more, shift the weight into your right heel. Reach up a little higher, take another inhale. And now exhale, twist to the right. Reach your left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, come through center, reach both arms up. Let's pulse that. Exhale, twist to the right. One more time. Inhale, come through center, reach both arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. This time stay. Your gaze might be forward towards the left hand. Maybe you turn to the side or maybe even to that right hand. Turn your chest to face the long edge of your mat. One more breath. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Let's rock forwards and backwards just a few times, waking up the back of that left leg. And if the ground is far away, always bring your hands to books or a chair. Maybe take some circular motions, taking clockwise hip circles. Come through center, look forward as you breathe in. Exhale, step your left foot forward, fold over your legs. Hands to shins. Inhale, chest forward, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Reach your chest forward, keep a bend in your knees and step the right leg back. Gently drop the back knee, use any extra padding you'd like for that back knee. Front knee over the ankle. Inhale, reach your arms up. Stay to exhale, hug your front ribs in towards your spine. As you bend into that front knee, ground into your left heel. Take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Right arm forward, left arm back. On the breath, inhale, come through center, reach your arms up. Exhale, twist to the left. One more time, inhale, center, reach up. Exhale, twist. Stay for a breath. Turn your palms to face the long edge of the mat. Feel the heads of the shoulders open. Maybe turn your gaze forward, maybe towards that back hand, you decide. Open a little more, twist a little more. One more breath in. And then come through center, reach both arms up and lower your hands down. Tuck your back toes, lift the back knee, runner's lunge. Little rocks forward and backwards, starting to wake up the back of the right leg. Maybe some counterclockwise hip circles, whatever feels nice. Don't think too much about it, just feel what's present. Go and lean into what your body's asking for. And then come through center, look forward. Step your right foot forward. Bring your hands to your hips, keep a bend in your knees, and come all the way to stand. And now stand with your feet a little wider than hip bone apart. Turn your toes out slightly so you're finding some external rotation. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend your knees, coming into a squat. Make sure your knees are pointing out over the center of the foot. If you want to do hands to heart center, do so. And then little pulses. Just starting to straighten and bend the knees a little bit. And squats are great to do first thing in the morning. They send the energy downward so that you can start your day feeling a little more grounded with the energy downward, not high into our chest or our head. And now let's pause in our squats. So this is a more active squat, hips the height of the knees. It's actually a lot of work. If you have a deep squat, feel free to go lower, but do keep your heels down. So if when you go into your deep squat, your heels lift, then you can either fold up something to place under your heels, such as a blanket, or just stay in a higher squat. Hands to heart center if possible. Drop the weight into your heels and your hips. And as your sitting bones drop, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Breathe. As you inhale, send the breath down into the low belly, down into the pelvis. As you exhale, feel the belly gently draw back in towards center. So squats are a great pose to do in the morning. They're great to do after you've been sitting a long time. Really sending that energy downward, focusing on what we call Apanavata in Sanskrit, the downward energy of movement. And when energy is not moving downward and it's moving upward, it starts to look like things like constipation, bloating, burping, hiccups. So these are all signs that energy is moving up, not down. So if you're experiencing any of those, squats are a great thing to do. One more breath in. Plant your hands, exhale, fold forward. Turn your toes forward. Take a nice bend in your knees and keep your knees bent as you roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. And at the top, once your chin lifts, inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your mountain pose with your feet about hip bone apart and parallel. You might bring hands to heart center. You might bring one hand to the belly, one hand to the chest. Let your eyes soften for a moment, maybe close. Feel all four corners of your feet pressing into the earth, the connection of the ground below you, the earth element. If you set an intention, come back to it now. Notice what's present, and you might bring some of these qualities that are present now into the rest of your day with you. And thank you so much for practicing with me, my friends. Namaste. Enjoy your day.